folks, Matt Leja here with Maple Grove Productions. We're back with part 2 of our Hugelkultur series. We're at the next step, I guess you could say, here in the process. We've started digging out our path and we're taking all that fill and putting it over top of our logs and our yard scrap. So let me show you what we've been up to and kind of where we're at in the whole grand scheme of things. Here you can see how much we've done since last time. We're maybe 2/3 of the way there to the end. A little over halfway, but our mounds are not super high. They're maybe 1.5 to 2 feet high. Good enough for now. We can always add more fill to that. And based on the way that we're gonna actually plant these trees, so this first stake here on the left is where one of our first trees is gonna go. There's still some confusion. I'm getting a lot of conflicting information. Of course, everybody out there does things differently, but when you YouTube this stuff or you Google this stuff, everybody's got their own method of doing it. So you have to kind of amalgamate all the different versions out there and kind of make your own. And of course, nobody wants to make mistakes, but sometimes you have to make those mistakes in order to learn what to do the following years and what to do right, what not to do. So anyway, here we are. I started chipping the path here, but as you can see, this is 2 wheelbarrows full of wood chips, so it's going to take a lot of wood chips to fill up this path. And actually, as I started to say here, my paths, based on the method that I'm going to use to plant my fruit trees, this is actually not going to be wide enough, I don't think. So this pathway is about 40 inches wide. It really wouldn't hurt to take it out to 48, but then I'm going to start hitting the cedar, so I might even have to cut that thing down. I was trying to avoid cutting it down for now unnecessarily. I don't want to kill any trees for nothing, and it might provide shade to shade tolerant plants on the other side, or you know, it's even that mound over there has got a little bit of shade on it, but it's still getting sun, plenty of sun with that tree being there. But I did come by since last time and got up on the ladder and cut down all these branches that were in our way, so we've got a nice straight clean path all the way down. Let me walk you down the path actually. So again, our mounds are not super tall, but it's a start. And it's rained a couple times, and you can see this water drop pattern here. That's from the rain, and it actually solidified the soil quite a bit. You can see all that grass underneath from flipping the sod over. Here's one challenge that we've encountered in addition to all these huge roots. This big mamma jamma right here, that's not going anywhere, and I'm not going to start hacking that up with an axe, so that's going to stay. We'll just chip on top of that. But this big boulder here, the more we uncovered it, the more we realized it's not going anywhere. And I don't have a tractor, so that thing's going to stay where it is, and we're going to chip on top of it as well. The chip level is going to hit the top of this rock here, but that's no big deal. A little bit of rock pokes through, who cares? So I would actually have a little bit of room here to add another 8 inches or so to the pathway, and that'll give us more fill to put on top as well. So that's kind of where we're at. As far as the fruit trees, I did order them. They're set to come in not next weekend, but the weekend after. So we're really kicking our preparation here into high gear. And that's why we're out here digging. So that's pretty much where we're at. Not going to be a lengthy video today, but I wanted to just bring you up to speed on our progress and what it looks like when you actually start developing these hugel mounds. I'm pretty happy with the process so far. It's had its challenges, but we've worked through all of them. So that's where we are. We're going to get our fruit trees in less than 2 weeks. And we've got room for, well, I can put fruit trees anywhere. I mean, this will be an orchard eventually, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, that's exactly how many we ordered. So we've got 4 apple trees coming. We've got 2 pear trees and 2 nut trees. So where those will be distributed, I'm not exactly sure, but we'll strategize with that as we have been with everything. We'll figure it out. And it gives us a chance to also add, in the meantime, more stuff to our hugel mounds here, the innards of the hugel mound, as it were. So, and there's Cat again. We're fresh, we're new, we're green under the gills, but we're evolving, and we're learning as we go. It's the name of the game. So it's only going to get better and better from here. Right, Momo? Yeah, exactly. Cat says it all. So when we finally get our trees, they're going to be probably less than this. This is just a stick, but just to show you, they're going to be about 1 or 2 feet tall, so maybe that's not going to break, it's too fresh. But anyway, imagine this being about half the length. And when you plant into hugel mounds, this part's a little tricky. You generally want to plant, and again, we didn't put any logs here. You generally don't want to plant trees into hugel mounds until maybe 2 or 3 years in, when the woods had a chance to break down. But if you're impatient like me and you leave a space where there's no wood here, this is just dirt and sod flipped upside down. So you want to plant your, what I understand, you're basically going to plant your tree on an angle, on a 45-degree angle like this. I can't get it to go in the ground, but you get the idea. It's going to be something like that at the base of the hugel mound. It's going to be sticking out on an angle, and we're going to train it. We're going to train it to grow like that, to grow out, and then eventually it will start growing vertical on its own. And as long as that graft point is above the ground, you're okay. That's why we need to widen this path, is that these trees and the branches are going to start growing into the path. And whenever you're harvesting fruits, the last thing you want is to be dodging branches and things. So that is that. And the mounds as well will get covered probably in leaves, since we don't have enough wood chips. Take forever to gather up all the branches and things to make enough wood chips to fill up this path. So we'll probably use leaves to cover up these mounds, and then wood chips we'll just put in the pathway here as we make some. We've got a big oak over there that's dropping all kinds of nice dry leaves, which apparently as they break down do produce some acid that makes the soil somewhat acidic, but as it breaks down it'll disperse that acidity throughout, and the ground will balance its pH. So I'm not too worried about that. But you need to add mulch. I wasn't sure at first because I've seen some people do hugel mounds without mulch, but definitely you want mulch for these guys, so that's what we'll be doing. So that is it, my friends. Thank you for watching. Always appreciate your support. Give us a like, give us a sub if you enjoy this channel. We've got lots more stuff coming. As I say, we're new, but we're learning quickly, and things are just gonna progress and evolve from here and get better and better and better as we go. So make sure to tune in for the next one, where we're probably going to have our hugel mounds all covered up and our trees will be in and ready to put in the ground, and I'll be sure to capture that. So thanks again for watching. Enjoy your nice fall weather while it lasts, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.